All right, welcome. Today we are opening up the Advocate's Playbook. We're going to break down exactly how you can take a problem, something you see every single day, and turn it into a real, actual law. You know that feeling, right? You see something that's just broken. It's not fair, it's not working, and you think to yourself, man, somebody's got to fix this. Well, what if that somebody was you? That's what we're talking about today. And that's the thing, isn't it? Changing a law isn't magic. It's not just about being the loudest person in the room. No. It's a game of strategy, and like any good game, it has a playbook. We're about to walk you through it, step by step. Okay, so where do you even start? It all begins by taking that raw frustration, that feeling that something's wrong, and shaping it into a solid, concrete idea for a policy. So the fancy term for this whole thing is legislative advocacy. But listen, this is not just for high-paid lobbyists in fancy suits. It's really a tool for anyone, for you, who has a clear goal and a plan. It's about making your voice heard where it really, really counts, all through organized strategic action. Now, before you even think about picking up the phone to call a lawmaker, you've got to have a strategy. Seriously, a solid game plan is the foundation for absolutely everything that follows. Okay, this right here, this is ground zero, your foundation. Before you do anything else, you have to get crystal clear on your issue. This little checklist is perfect because it forces you to go beyond just being mad about something. You have to nail down the exact problem, who it's actually hurting, what specific law needs to be changed, and, this is the big one, boil your solution down to just a sentence or two. That clarity, it's your superpower. All right, so now you know what you're fighting for. The next question is who is on the field with you? Because trust me, this is a team sport, and change never, ever happens in a vacuum. What we're talking about here is mapping out everyone involved. On one side, who are your potential allies? Think about organizations, community leaders, even lawmakers who've backed similar ideas. But, and this is just as crucial, you gotta know who your opponents are, who's gonna push back, who actually benefits from things staying the same. Knowing this from the get-go lets you prepare for their arguments and build a way smarter strategy. Look, facts and figures are important, they absolutely are, but they don't change hearts. They don't make people feel anything. For that, you need the single most powerful tool you have, a real human story. And this is incredibly important. When you collect these stories, you have a massive responsibility. Rule number one, always, is to protect the people who are brave enough to share their experience. That means you follow these rules to the letter. No names, no identifying details, nothing that could put them at risk. You're not there to point fingers at one person, you're there to highlight a broken system. And this slide shows you the magic trick. This is how you do it. One person's story, like, Judge X did this to me, can, unfortunately, be dismissed. It's an anecdote. But when you ethically gather more stories, you see something incredible happen. You can say, 11 families across 3 different areas all reported the same problem. See? That's not an anecdote anymore. That is cold, hard data. That's a pattern. And that is something a lawmaker absolutely cannot ignore. So, you've got your issue defined, you know who your allies are, and you have powerful stories ready to go. Now it's time to actually step into the arena, the State House. And you need to know that this world runs on a very specific, very predictable calendar. This timeline really lays it all out. It shows you that this is a marathon, not a sprint. I mean, look at this. The work actually starts way back in December, long before the session officially kicks off. That's when you're finding your sponsors and getting your team together. Then things really heat up in March. That's committee season, the heart of the battle. April is all about intense negotiations, and May is that final frantic push to the finish line. And get this. Even if you win, you're not done. You spend the summer and fall making sure the law you passed is actually being implemented correctly. Winning one bill is an amazing feeling. It's a huge victory. But if you want to create real, lasting change, you have to think bigger. You need to turn a single campaign into a sustainable movement. And the key to that is building a smart coalition. This isn't just a big list of names who support you. No, it's a real team with different people playing different roles. You've got your story team, the heart of the operation. You've got your legislative team, who know the rules of the game. You've got experts, communicators. Everyone has a job. It's like assembling the Avengers, but for changing laws. And this right here might be the most important thing to remember. It can feel so overwhelming, right? Like you have to be an expert in everything, but you don't. You absolutely don't. You just have to be part of an expert team. Your job is to find your role and help build a team that's way more powerful than any one person could ever be. You know, every single law on the books, every rule we live by, started out the exact same way, as an idea in someone's head, an idea that things could be better. So now that you've seen the playbook, now that you know the steps, what's your idea?